Hey guys, it's me. The lighting is a little dark, but you can see me. I know my face looks like half done. My eyebrows are a little. But I was recording a video for my other channel, for our Eclectic Sisters channel. I was trying out the lashes that my sister gave me. So if you want to see that, check out our other channel. But I really just came on here today because I really needed to kind of vent, get some things off my chest and out of my mind. Um, yeah, because I've got a lot of stuff in there, and it's just boggling me down. Like the last couple days, I've been feeling really wonky, and it's just been really rough. And I think it's just a buildup of over time, but you know, mental illness is super weird, and it can have you feeling like really weird. Like I have been feeling really lonely. And I have my husband, I have my children, I have my sisters, and my brother. All these are all people that I know I could go to and talk to, and I know that they would listen. But I've been feeling really lonely. Like no one understands, no one gets it. I'm just, you know, going through things mentally. And I think the last time I was on here, I was only like a couple months pregnant. I'm now almost 8 months pregnant and dealing with that, and not being, trying to deal with this whole thing, not being medicated. So I'm just like, and then when I'm in those headspaces, I can forget the tools that I have that do that work. And I know one of the tools I have is this channel that I can come on here, I can vent, I can talk about it, and there are at least a couple people on here are just like, man, I get it, man. I know how that feels. So I'm like, let me do that. Like I said, I just been in like a really weird headspace the last it's been like the last couple weeks, maybe the last 3 weeks. And I know it's because, like, the way I'm feeling right now, I know it is like the step before a manic episode. I can feel it coming. And if I haven't learned anything within the last year or so, is that if I don't feel my feelings, allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, that it'll build up and it'll be bad. And that's what's happening. Um, I just, life, dealing with life, doing life and everything. Just moving. I'm gonna turn a little fan on here. I'm getting ready to paint my nails. So hopefully we'll wait. So it's kind of loud for a little fan. Um, just dealing with life and things and putting my feelings on the back burner. I'm now starting to pay for it. And I've been dealing with like things, especially at work, since last year. Like since I started this job in August, and since September, I have just been dealing with this one coworker who has just made it their lot to make things a little difficult for me. They're like a type of person who throws rocks and hides their hands. And what I don't like is somebody who plays mind games with me. I don't like that. You play mind games with me, you gotta go. Because my mind, I feel sometimes it's so fragile and it's so precious to me. And it's something that I'm dealing. There's a war that I'm fighting in my mind every day. And if you call yourself getting in the middle of that and wreaking and causing havoc, I don't have time for you. But I'm also a type of person that I don't like um, confrontation. I'll deal with it if I have to. I'll stand up for myself if I have to. But there are a lot of things that I will let go just because it's just not mentally worth it. And she's one of these people that I have just let things go for so long because I'm just like, she's not gonna own up to anything that she does. And this person has just been backstabbing me and trying to steal my job and going to the people who are above me and telling them my personal business. Now this is before I'm a friendly person and I always feel like people that I meet, especially if they're really cool at first, I'm just like, oh, this is a potential to have a friend. Like this is the potential I have this can turn into something. So I give it a chance and I need to be better. I need to do better at selecting these people because I ain't. But I would just have conversations with her and not telling her like anything like super deep, but just conversations that they would just be between me and her. But then like stuff that I would tell her would just leak out and people would be telling me and I'm just like, how do you know that? Like, so one incident is me being pregnant and where I work at is a physical job, but it's a job I can do. I've been doing it since August. I'm almost 8 months pregnant now, and one thing ain't nobody gonna say about Alexis is she don't do her job. You can't say that. But I start having like these moments where my field manager and HR and like my head supervisor and stuff they was coming to me like they were like, oh, we heard that you're pregnant, and it's just like, how did you hear that I was pregnant? I don't even talk to you. Like, I don't even see you every day. And then I put two and two together, like, oh, I know how they heard now. Now I see. But so the position that I have is a step up from hers. So I get more hours or whatever. And she had been trying to steal my position, going to them, telling them I couldn't handle the job because I was pregnant, and that I was fainting on the job, and that they had to pick up the slack from me on the job, which was not true. I had one episode at the beginning of my pregnancy on the job. Now, I fainted at home, but on the job, I had one episode where I had to sit down because I was cutting up some fruit. I had gotten really hot. I hadn't eaten that morning, and I was in my first trimester, and I needed to sit down. And they saw that, like, oh, you need to sit down, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel well. So, they fed me, got me some water or whatever. I did not faint. I didn't even cause a scene, but that's like how she watches me. She really is a work bully, but because I have been dealing with life and trying to stay so much on the grind and on the hustle, just I'm keep going, 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 going. With that, I just kept putting how I was feeling on a back burner, not feeling any of my feelings, and it just wasn't a good idea. And now I'm at a point to where I've gotten fed up. And Friday at work, I heard some things that this old bitter lady has been saying and doing and just continuing to lie on me. I just hate it when people lie on me. I know you can't control other people. You can't control what they say and what they do. I'm painting my nails. That's why I'm looking down. You can't control what they say and what they do, but by golly, like, it's just like, when is enough enough? How come every single time you get around somebody, it's my name that gotta. I'm the type of person, I go to work. I like to go to work, put my head down, do my job, and go home. Especially if I'm working with people that I don't really mess with, that I don't really deal with. It's just like, we don't have to have a conversation or anything like that. I could be cordial. We could talk about the job or anything like that, but we're not about to talk about anything personal. And for some reason, this bothers her that I mind my own business and I do my job and I go home. a lot. So she lies on me. And I know I should just get over it because the people that she talks to know the truth, but it's just annoying. And Friday I'd had enough. And I had like slightly confronted her in a non-confrontational way. And of course she got confrontational through a group text with work people. So I was just like, she's like, well, we need to talk face to face. And I'm like, that's fine. We'll do that. So I'm off for the next 2 weeks. So I just literally just blocked her. And I'm just like, now it's just in my head. It has me so in my head. And it's just, I don't know, it's bothering me. It's bothering me. And I guess, it wouldn't bother me so much if I hadn't been not dealing with my feelings and how I felt for so long. That I knew I would read my daily devotions and my daily prayers. And it would say stuff like gird up your loins and trust God and don't let any corrupt communication come from your mouth. And I'm just like, oh God, something's getting ready to happen. And lo and behold, something is happening. And I just want it out of my spirit. Like I just want to deal with this funkiness. I just want to feel better. I'm excited about the baby getting here. So I can have something to hug and something else to hug and squeeze and kiss on. Yeah, I got 3 rusty boys now. And they come to me when they want something. Um, Usually something I'm doing or something I'm eating. Mommy doesn't really get, hugs and kisses anymore. Except for my oldest. Lately he's been taking a really big interest in holding conversations with me. He's 6. Which I really do appreciate. Sometimes I can't mentally handle it because my anxiety has been, I'm telling you, I have not been great. I just haven't been doing well. I'm on the opposite end of the bipolar spectrum. I feel like that's the thing that really does get me about my mental illness, about bipolar disorder. For me, anyways, is I don't have an in between. I don't have a moment. And if I do, it's literally like a small window. And I always call it like a transition moment because it's such a small window. And I know that it's happening because I'm getting ready to transition to the other side of the spectrum. But I don't have like an in between where I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm either super duper going hard, super duper great, super duper everything is amazing, it's so wonderful, it's so great. And then I have that really small window of, well, I'm good, all right. Not good, not bad, but I'm okay. And then I plummet right into the South Pole. Like, I'm not great. I'm in the bed all the time. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to interact with anyone. I want to interact. I want people to interact with me. I want people to ask me how I'm doing. I want all of that. But then I don't want it. It's so weird. I finally got to a point growing up. I finally got to a point to where I stopped lashing out at people that do break through the barrier and remind myself and understand that this is what you want. You want someone to ask. Now, you don't want them to ask and stay around. You don't want them to keep asking, but you do want them to, you want to feel like they care. So, yeah. But I just don't have an in between. And I don't even know how to get to an in between. I don't know if I'll ever have that. I don't know if that's ever going to be a part of Alexis's makeup to have an in between. I know there are things that I want for my life. There are things I'm trying to achieve right now that because I want to achieve these things, I want to do these things, it's causing me to neglect my mental health. But I have to remember that if I'm not mentally okay, well, then it's going to make it really, difficult to achieve those things because I'll enter into a breakdown or an uncontrollable manic episode. I don't want to do that. Guys, I'm struggling and I'm trying to cope. One thing I've always loved was makeup. Not just makeup, but just fashion in general. Clothes and makeup and hair and nails. I love all those things. I watch people online who review and do those things. It just makes me happy. Like, I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to dive into what I love, into my passion, and do well at my passion. You know? It's crazy. I have a lot of things that's going on in my head right now. And, on this channel, I try to be as transparent as I possibly can. But like I said earlier, like I wish that I could record more, just doing videos like this, just really sitting and talking. But I forget about my tools and I talk myself out of my tools. And I just create a narrative in my mind that's not true, but it's true to me. I make it a reality. I make it real. And it's really hard. It's really hard to get past that sometimes. And then because of that, it makes it hard to talk to people, to some people. Because there are some people that, you talk to, they just don't understand. So they're just like, well, why don't you just, I would have, like, when I would be, like, super down, one thing that my dad would always say to me that would just almost send me spiraling in the opposite direction of where he was trying to push me was, well, why can't you just think of your kids during those sad times? And it's just like, for one, now you have me feeling like I'm not grateful for my children and my husband. That's not the case. Like, what I'm battling has nothing to do with them. What I'm battling is not even a reflection of them or my husband. What I deal with and what I'm battling mentally is not a reflection of my family. It's just a reflection of what I'm going through. But when people say stuff like that, it's just like, isn't your family good enough for you to be happy? And it's just like, first of all, I'm not choosing. You making it sound like of all the feelings I could choose in the world, I'm like, let me be sad. Or let me be manic. Or let me, I've had some manic episodes that have like put such a strain on my family, but because I feel so out of it, I don't even feel like I can't even control it. It doesn't even feel like I can control it. And then it builds up like this anxiety if I don't go through with it. It builds up this anxiety in me, and I just feel like it's unexplainable. Even just thinking about it gives me anxiety. Like, it just builds up, just like, okay, this is a little much. And I need to, it's like an itch that you can't get to. You know what I mean? Like in the center of your back. It's there and it itches really bad. You have to scratch it, but you can't reach it. It just drives you insane. And that's how I feel. But you have people just like, I don't understand. You can't just think of the good things in your life, think of the blessings in your life. And it's like, first of all, I do that. And sometimes it makes it worse because I'm just like, why am I feeling this way? Because it's not like I'm not being blessed and that God doesn't love me. Look what he has done for me. Of course he loves me. This is what, blah. So it's like, I've done that already. So forget you. But I don't know. I don't know. My head's kind of like swimming with just every thought imaginable. This coworker thing, It really should not be, let me not say that, because then what I'm doing is invalidating how I feel. And I don't want to do that. But I really wish it didn't affect me the way that it does. I think one of the issues that I'm really having with it is I try to be such a genuine person. And I'm a person that, if anybody needs help or anything like that, I'm there for them. I'm there for you. I've had people who have stabbed me in the back and called me like, yo, I need blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, if I got it, they have it too. So when someone goes out of their way to be malicious to me, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Um, you know what I mean? Sometimes the fact that I'm quiet and to myself can be off-putting to people. And I get that. A lot of people just like, oh, I didn't think that you liked me because you don't talk. And it's like, no, I just don't converse a lot. I prefer to do what I need to do and go home. I don't have a lot of friends, and this is why. Just because the friends that I have had, I've been backstabbed or dropped for whatever reason. I was conveniently used when I could be used, and then when they didn't need me anymore, I'm like a magnet for outsiders, for like outcasts, and um, I'm a magnet for outcasts. And once they find like they're cool with me, whether they're outcasts and they're blah blah blah, you're my this, you're my sis, you're my blah blah blah. But then when they get like a glimpse of the in crowd or someone that they want to accept them starts to accept them, they drop me. My job is done. I've done what I needed to do, which was either help build their self-esteem or give them the love and care that they need. And they don't need me anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know. I struggle with that. I was talking to my husband yesterday, and I was just like, I feel lonely, and it's been a long time since I felt like I had a person. Like that person you can call that you don't feel any judgment. Because there are people I can talk to now, but once I get off the phone, and she's like, "Sorry, I had to call you with this," or "I don't mean to boggle you down with this." Apologizing in some way for how I feel because I felt like I've inconvenienced them in such a way. So it's been a really, really long time since I have come in contact with, since I've had a person that I didn't feel like I had to apologize for being myself or feeling some type of way. And I was just telling him, it makes me feel lonely. Makes me feel, I don't know, lost. Like, but why not? How come they don't love me? It's weird. It's weird. And I know there are going to be some people watching, like, but she has people who love her. She's just overreacting. I'm really not. I'm not overreacting. And I'm not saying that you don't love me. And I'm not saying that I don't trust you when you say that you're there for me. What I'm saying is, right now, I'm going through a really tough time. And my mind is playing tricks on me. It's what I feel like. And the fact that some people, are like, well, you didn't call me. Like, I don't understand why people get so offended when you're going through something. And the first thing they want to do is make it about them. Well, you didn't call me, you didn't tell me. I couldn't. Like, I could barely call on my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I don't even need to pick up a phone and dial a number to call him. All I really need to do is just go into my mind and have a conversation with him. And my mind is so jacked up at the moment, I can't even do that. But you want me to just go ahead and call you? Like, I can't do it. Like I cannot do. I physically can't do it. I mentally can't do it. Like, why are you making this about you right now? I'm not even making it about me. Like, you're coming to me making it about you. Like, what I'm going through is a reflection of you. It's not. It's a reflection of me. And I'm just having a really, really, really tough time right now. I don't know if any of this made any sense. I told you at the beginning, I was just rambling. Rambling to ramble. So I get some things off my chest and out my mind. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I pray about it and keep on going. I need to put some. I need to conceal this eyebrow so it's not so fat at the bottom. I need to finish my face. It's a Saturday. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anything to do. So I keep texting my phone. But I don't know. I pray you guys are having a really great day. I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of this day. I want to put some makeup on, but I'm not going anywhere. So it will be for naught. I know someone else is like, well, put it on, it'll still make you feel better. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that. I just want these things to just stop bothering me. I don't know, guys. I want to feel better. I want to feel better, and I don't feel better right now. You know? I don't know. But thank you for letting me rant for these 27 minutes. Really long time. If you're still watching, thank you for continuing to watch. I pray that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I pray that God blesses you and your family. And hopefully, prayerfully, I will see you guys again soon. And I won't be so drab. I won't be so wah-wah. And I'll be better. I'm feeling better. I don't know. But thank you for listening. I really appreciate you. I love you guys very much. And I pray to see you all very soon.